And at the 500 metres, it is the Dutch crew who lead from Germany 1 and Great Britain, but it is very close between those three crews, and the British boat there just nice and relaxed, coming into their pace. A length, about half a length down, 3/4 length down on the Dutch boat.
This Dutch double, very experienced double, coached by a Polish guy, Chris Korzanowski, who's been with Holland now for several years. And this Dutch double, very experienced. In the Atlanta Olympics, they finished third, and they were really trying for a medal last year in the World Championships, but just rode out of it. They had exams, work commitments. But this year they're back on form, full-time rowing, and we see the result here in the first 1,000 metres.
So as we move out towards the 1,000 metres, it is in first place the crew from the Netherlands, the Dutch crew, and second place, or thereabouts, will be Great Britain, Miriam Batten and Gillian Lindsay. But it is the Dutch crew, very nice, relaxed, flowing rhythm as they move out to a length now over Great Britain in lane 4, and above them in lane 2 it is Germany 2. But Great Britain and Germany 2 currently in second place, a length down, but they're not going to be wide at this stage. A length is nothing in double sculls in this day and age of this racing. So as we move towards the 1,000 metre mark, just panning back there, lane 6 is the German first boat, but the race is now, as we can see, between Miriam Batten and Gillian Lindsay from Thames Rowing Club and Marlow respectively. At the 1,000 metres though, it is the Dutch crew who lead from one length from the British, who themselves lead from a canvas from Germany in the final of the women's double sculls. And so in the third 500 metres now, we're going to see the British boat put on some pace and put on some pressure, and they're going to have to if they're going to claw back the Dutch crew.
Yeah, it's a very impressive scull from the Dutch crew there. Nice, easy rhythm. We can see they're both women moving together, just flowing easily. British boat should be very, very strong in the third 500, but they're not as dominant as they were in their heat when they destroyed the German combination next to them in second place, led by a long way. And the Dutch have really gone out, thrown down the gauntlet, and their coach Chris Korzanowski is going to be exceptionally pleased with that.
It's over a length now between the Dutch crew and the two crews in second and third, the German second boat and the British boat, and they're really now, although it's over a length, they're going to have to start to move, because as the race progresses, the pressure is on the crews behind, and this a more relaxed position if you're in first place and opening up clear water as the Dutch have done now. It's half a length clear water from the crew. We're looking at the British boat. In the bows it is Miriam Batten, and in the stern it is Gillian Lindsay.
Yeah, very nice, relaxing. I love to watch Jill Lindsay's scull because she's got such good technique. Coach Mike Spracklin has taken the British women's sculling over since last year, really transformed these two into the medal-winning crew they were last year. But we can expect to see Jill really move through in the last part of the race as she did in the World Championships last year.
Well, we're going to have to see them move through pretty quickly, and they're going to have to do something about it fairly soon, because it is the Dutch crew who lead by about 3/4 of a length clear water from the crews here. We're looking at, closest to your picture is the British boat, and on the right hand side it is the Germans. But 500 metres to go in the final of the women's double sculls. It is in first place the Netherlands, in second place it is Great Britain, and in third place it is Germany 2. The Netherlands have a convincing lead, almost a length of clear water from the British boat, who themselves lead by about half a length. But this Dutch boat obviously taken on the gauntlet right from the word go, and they're just moving out and looking very smooth and looking very relaxed.
Nice comfortable rhythm there at 35 strokes a minute. I think the British boat have been a little bit hampered by the fact of the illness. They had to miss the Munich World Cup regatta 3 weeks ago, and this is their first outing for them. Very impressive heat. They just quite haven't been able to live with the pace of the Dutch in the early part of the race, but I'm sure they'll be back later in the season.
They're not going to be too depressed really. A second place here. They've got to fight for the second place, but it is in first place the Dutch crew. They are looking, unless there's a huge disaster with 250 metres to go, they're looking like the crew that will take the gold medal here. And a very nice smooth stroke there, nice and long. You can see how they're just coming up the slide and then placing the blade on. And that's very much the easy thing about sculling. You've got to be relaxed, you've got to be smooth. But look at the distance as we go back here, and look at the race for second place. In second place at the moment, well, it's blanket between the British boat and the German second boat. So it's a good test here for the British boat in their first outing in the World Cup of 1998.
Yeah, and I think the British boat, they aren't going to catch the Dutch, but they're going to have a very, very close finish with the Germans for second place.
So as we come up towards 100 metres from the line in the final of the women's double sculls, it will be an impressive win for the Dutch double scull, and the fight is on for the second place, but it will be Great Britain who come through to get the second place position. But on the line it is the crew from the Netherlands who lead by a length and bit clear water from Great Britain, who come in second, themselves just coming over and just beating the German boat by a canvas.
6:50, very fast time from Holland there. A lot of work for the British double to do over the next 3 or 4 weeks, but I'm sure they'll have enjoyed this first regatta of the season, and they'll come back determined to beat Holland at the World Championships.